Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. Was kind of like a rough night last night. I barely slept. For There was a lot of similar to the Dark Night of the Soul, but it was missing the intensity, strength, but the uploads, downloads, situations from all this. A lot of clearing. It was a lot of clearing of old stuff. It was a collective energy. It was very, very powerful. For and That energy actually helped a lot. I don't know if you were affected out of this. I don't know if you felt it. I don't know. Maybe it was only for certain people. Maybe it was certain situations. But that was matching like the gravitational report. Finally, I fed up with all this uh, um, fed up with this energies and uploads, downloads. There was like so much situation. I'm like, okay, they give me the quick keyword at the end. Okay, look, emotional availability. The answers that you're seeking are there. So, of course, I'm listening to divine energies. I'm listening to the downloads, the keywords. So I came out and hop into the computer. I was like for something. I was like with the one eye out, but with the energy so high. And I pulled a post about a lot of the people have emotional availability issues or a problems from within. So I look at the post and I'm like, Divine, why do you give me to study all this? It's 4:30 in the morning. Come on. Why do you want me to look in this? And the answer was, everyone have a hole, and everyone sees the holes within others, how to be filled up. Some people have the emotional availability open, they grow up in there, but the other person is empty. That's how the two people are coming together. You're going to find the rest of the links later on. So here he is. Look at it, to put all these things together, and everything kind of like it was piece of the puzzle that it's also connecting energy, emotions, and spiritual energy, so on and so on. Was came into the lack of growth deeply from within, and it's so important doing the exchange. What do you exchange with your twin flame from within you? So that was all about. So I'm going to be talking about the people there in the chat. Josh, thank you for reporting in. Good that you have your sunglasses, and good that you are having that inner peace. Margaret Spina, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Evie Marsali, thank you. I feel the download last night. Could not sleep till 4 o'clock. It was a nature. I was in nature today, and it was great. Yeah, I was in the nature as well today. Had a good actually grounding of the last night. Old stuff. They were kind of like going away, going away. At some point, I'm like, okay, so now what? I mean, clean everything. Now you understand pretty much everything. You put the pieces together. Now what? Now what it is? So here is I'm coming in here and looking at the question for it that we are going to discussing today. It is what it is. That was the answer. I'm like, I already knew that answer, but accepting. So the question there was is a lot of people who can't accept the truth, bad or good, but it is. So how to grow within accepting? So that was a question from CC. Hopefully the CC is going to pop out at some point in the chat. So we have some Sharhul walk in. And thank you for coming into the chat. Thank you for sharing the love, everybody. And the inner peace is important to us. We are testing our new abilities and new capabilities from within us. So quite a few things that happened with me, but around me, and so on and so on. But I'm keeping the inner peace because guess what? Things happen, situations happen, and you accept the things that they happen. They just happen. Okay? Everyone is going to hold on to their responsibilities and accountabilities for these situations. So, so here is I'm going to be talking to you about situations. So, for example, you're getting in a good situations, you're getting it in a good energies, you're getting within this, and now you're like, well, maybe this is too good to be true. Okay, and now you kicks in this kind of like a presumption from what you maybe and the situations. Without presumptions or assumptions as well, what they are? They are blockages from within you. You denied something before you even fully understand it, and you denied to accepting it. Why do you deny to accepting this? What's the reason for you to deny to accept this? And so on and so on. Because you don't believe it that it's true, that it's too good for you, that it's too right from within you. You're looking deeply within yourself. Why you are like this, what the situation is. And if you look at it from within yourself, then you see that blockage, the blockage that you put from within you. That could be because of previous red flags or situations from within you, and so on and so on. But do you accepting it from within you? No, you don't. If you have assumptions, presumptions, or blockages from within you, you are not accepting it. You're not accepting it the way the truth is. It is what it is. If it is good, then accept it is good. Okay? Why you don't accepting it though? How can you grow within this acceptance? You're gonna grow within acceptance when you look at it, the blockages from within you. Uh, Hi Blanca. Thank you. Very good message. Hvala tebi. So what's going on? You look at it, the problems, you end up in different relationships, it's the same thing. Then it's the same thing. Then it's the same thing. It is the blockages. Blockages of what though? Blockage of it is what it is. And if you don't accept it is what it is, you're accepting what you assume, assumptions, what you assume, what you presume from within you. But that has nothing relative pretty much with the actually absolute truth in you, for it from within you. Now, when you understand that you do not accept the truth from within you, guess what? You missing that opportunity. Once you're missing that opportunity, the missing opportunity sends you back into that acceptance from within you. That's what a lot of the people cannot accept, that the person is there to inflame, or they have this energy connection with you, they have the spiritual connections within you. They don't trust it. Why do they don't trust it? They don't trust themselves. That's what is the bottom line. They don't trust themselves from within. They haven't learned how to trust from within. So so for example, you go into a doctor and the doctor tells you good news. You okay, you good, you perfect. So guess what? You accepting it, that truth from within you. Okay, but you go to the doctor and the doctor says, listen, there is some situations in here and so on and so on and so on. And guess what? Do you accept in it what it is? Probably not. You're not accepting it now, right? So the balance from within you and the growth from within you is begin with acceptance to situations from within you. A lot of people who can accept, let's say, problem with the diagnosis with a doctor, what do? They go to another doctor that is probably better and he knows better and so on. And guess what? That doctor comes out with the same diagnosis. You go to a third doctor because he cannot accepting this. He gives you the same diagnosis. And now you sit down with yourself. Should I go to the fourth one? If your ego is so big, you probably will. But if you learn that it is what it is, you're going to seeking now not to prove what the diagnosis is. Now you're going to learn that you're wasting your time to find a doctor that's going to learn and help you how to heal from within. That's how you're going to grow within the acceptance, within understanding the situations from within you. Good, bad, or ugly, it is what it is. That is the power of you to accept it, that it is what it is. But if you know from within that it's not, it is what it is, if you don't understand the thing, it is what it is, if you don't look in it for the absolute truth, you're not going to be actually growing at all. You are just going to be flocking around. You are going to be around within trying to look into proofs just to prove your own point that you are right in the dot. And guess what? You waste all your time trying to prove something because your disbelief was from within you. So to grow in this acceptance is realizing it's lighter. Okay? It's lights. A gas, there is a spark in there. It's made out of plastic and steel. Now that is acceptance. Okay? But if you go out there and it's like, I don't know, it's just a plastic thing. I don't know what this is for. But it is something. It has a purpose. So if you don't understand the purpose of everything that goes on from within your life, why that is, you will not understand the path of your life, why this thing cross your path, why this thing comes to you, why the situations comes from within you. They may be a good, bad, or ugly, whatever a situation is. You need to understand that within the bad, there is a good in there. And everybody's looking at me like, what's that to you? The good part is you learn how bad the bad is. That's the good part. You are learning. When it's the good things from within you, you begin to understand how bad can actually be as well. So there is no good within the bad, okay? And there is no bad within the bad, and there is no good within the good. However, it's a little mixed up right now situations, but you guys get in it. Okay, it's all about learning. That's what it is from within you. The learning process of you to accepting it is what it is. And usually people who are accepting you, who are going out and living with it, it is what it is. For it, people have issues with it. Why? Because they cannot accept what it is, even if it is in the right in the front of their eyes, even if it is approved that's what it is. Why they cannot do it? Because something from within them, it is internal blockage from within the person. It's not about the situations. There is going to be a lot of situations from within. Okay, a lot of the acceptance is begin with the moment of realizing the truth. But if you don't realize that you're preventing the truth from within you, how would you accept it? You will accept it others to present the truth the way you want it, the way you think it should be, the way the situation should have been. Okay? A lot of the people want to be the astrology report to be matching with what they want, not the way the energy is. And guess what? You're not going to like it. I mean, I don't like it too. But it's Can I move the planets? Can I move the aspects? No, I can't. But I can accept what the planets are doing. I can accept the gravitations, what is it doing? I can accept you as the gravitations the way you are. And we go from there. We're accepting the truth from within. So, Abby, thank you for confirmation for the last night, because this is what I saw uh, the day before of the moon transiting through Scorpio. Is going to show us what's coming up in the Scorpio season. So we have to kind of like hold on to our seats for it. We're going to be a bumpy ride, but it's going to be a good bumpy ride. You know why? Because today, after the moon shifted, saw that I saw the positiveness of this bumpy ride at the end, of that power of cleanliness, of that power that was so beautiful. I didn't want it to leave the beach. I wanted to stay there, but it's beginning to rain. So no chances. Now it's even right now was raining like a few minutes back here. Why? Why is beautiful? Because that part of Scorpio was the cleansing, and everything went down there, disappear, and the new energies came in within the full force. That was the rejuvenation, reincarnation, rebirth, renew. When you see the people, they saw all that intense energy there was of, oh, it's bad, it's ugly. Oh yeah, the situations is bad, it's ugly, but the situations can change with you accepting the reality from within you. A lot of the people, you tell them what the situation is, we tell them what the things are. Do they accepting the truth? No, they're not. But you know what? There is some people who are accepting the truth. And when they're accepting the truth, their life becomes completely different. Truthful, meaningful, happiness. Maybe the things are not great in the life. But you know what? They understand the value now with the truth from within. Even that they hold on to that truth for a very long time. And guess what? When the truth comes out, he frees up that blockages from within you, the blockages of you not accepting the truth. Once you're accepting the truth and you're living by the truth, you will understand how you actually self-sabotaging yourself from within. Because you want to get only the good stuff, you don't want to get the bad stuff from you, so it can be always happy. And where is it the learning process and all this? There is no learning process. And everything was good and perfect. What are you learning? Nothing. But with the truth, you get everything that you need. You can adjust everything that it needs to be. You can be from within. What can you see within the situations? How can you improve the situations? But you work with what? With the acceptance of the truth from within you. And there is no more honorable to yourself. It's no more honorable things to yourself to do that. Because the person that needs help is you. And the person who's hurting you is you, not somebody else. Mm-mm. Some of the people, they can use other people to make an excuses and making situations. Some people, they can go ahead and do some other kind of like a gimmicks and so on. I'm a clean like a spring water for it, but don't look at the dirt on my cup in the bottom. I mean, the water is clean. Don't look the mud in the bottom. I'm not talking about that mud, but I'm a sparkling clean. A lot of you don't look at it that. You don't accept it that you have to clean up your cup. You have to get that mud out of you. You have to begin to accept yourself. You have to be reborn. Something has to die from within you. What it has to die from within you? The lack of acceptance of the truth. And most of the people don't. They never will, because of the ego from within them, the way of the society is, the way of their culture may be, religion may be, situations may be. Okay? But it's going to become to a point of time when that is going to hit them like a rock. Sooner or later, even after that, the truth, sooner or later, it's coming out. But the acceptance, your ability of acceptance here and now, that's what you're here for. You're here to evolve and to grow from within. And that's how you do that. By accepting what it is. Not what you want to be, not you thought it might should be, not that, oh, this is wrong. Can you try and everything to prove that is wrong? No. You're fighting yourself from within. You like yourself I mean, that inner fight. When you're going to stop fighting yourself and begin living? If you pay attention to how much time you're wasting fighting with yourself, when you have time to live within the life the way it is. How many time you spending within thinking about situations? You don't pay attention of probably do a laundry or cooking, do other things, because you don't accept what it is. You stop the fight from within. Now you begin to do what? Enjoy the peace from within, and you begin to live a life from within. Hi, Christine. So that's what I have for you guys. Learn to accept what it is. If somebody tells you need to work on this, think about it. Should I really have to work on me, on this situation? So, for example, somebody tells you need to develop something from within. Go ahead and study. Go ahead and research this. Self-learning, it is the best process from within. I mean, last night I was like, okay, I'm getting up. I mean, there is nothing I can do anymore. I can't sleep. I can't go in there. I was toss and turn. I was hugging Sensei all night, and he finally fed up with me. He went to my feet to sleep. He come back later and so on. But that's how it goes. And at the end, when I get up around 4:30, he just like give me like, Dad, what are you doing? It's 4:30. I want to sleep. So I turn on the computer because it's light up on him, and like, oh. But guess what? You do it. You focus from within. You're doing it this from within you, and I'll put the puzzle together. Just a lot of things came out clearly, like sparkling water. But remove the mud from within me, the unknown parts for the situations, and that's going to help a lot of you. By the way, this clean up a lot of things from within me. It's going to be a lot more beautiful right now, because we are going to be looking at some of the situations for it within the twin flames. Why did they came here? It's the power coming up. So get ready. Things about to be shaking. All right, guys. So questions right now for it. Go ahead and ask some questions. So thank you, Christine. Wow, you guys, no questions? Is questions, or someone wants to share something? Wow, 5:55 p.m. Any of maybe have an idea about tomorrow's topic for it. So yeah, and what I'm saying about it has been hard to accept that my TF doesn't accept my love because he doesn't love himself. Zana picks, yes, you need to understand that people who doesn't love themselves, they are emotionally unavailable due to a deep pain from within them. Okay, they also have a lack of acceptance and they have a lack of intimacy. They can perform any kind of like other physical, kind of like a physical intimacy, sexual activities, but we're talking about lack of intimacy. They're going to be having a huge lack of intimacy for it. So the people who's been suffering, they close this emotional availability within them to develop these emotional availabilities, and they're suffering from within. They can suffer within marriage, they can suffering with kids and so on, and that emotional unavailability within them is damaging them, the people around them, and so on and so on. So that's one of the things of the twin flames that points out the actual real problem is that is that people are damaging the emotions, and in the people when a people damage the emotions, specifically in an early age, they damaging the rest of the evolutions as a energy, as an emotions, as a gravitations from it. So now the person is damaged and he's seeking what he's missing, and he see it from what you knew. And now when he sees it from what you knew, he thinks that when you give it to him, it's going to be okay. Well, you might give it to them, but it's not about to give it to them. You show it to them what it is. They have to learn how to be emotionally available from within to develop what they are missing from within. And that's what the separations within the twin flames does. You need to understand energetically wise, when the Scorpio season ends, there's going to be a lot of cleaning in there. And Xana picks, that's very good. If you want, I can give you a link that's talking about the emotionally fear of intimacy and so on situations. Or if you need some help within this, find me on the Facebook. Monica Horace, how does the one start looking into their selves? Very good question, Monica. You know, I love good questions. Anything when a time there is a good quality questions, I just love them because they're just hitting the spot. Okay, the bull eye with the arrows for it. You look at it, your current locations and a life from within you. You're the center of the life, and you look at what's surrounding you because that is the truth that's surrounding you. You're looking at surrounding from everything, but especially from within your own self. Lack of ability to look within yourself is because your focus is within the others. But when you look at it from within, you're like, why am I acting like this? What is wrong with me? Specifically, that question, what is wrong with me? You begin to ask your question, what's wrong with you? And you find an answer that comes to you. I'm not like this. I'm not like that. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking that. Write it and then look at it. The descriptions you write. So this is going to be your walls. This is going to be your limitations. This is going to be your situations from within you. And now you're going to look at it, how to develop it from with me, what I need to do, what I need to change, what I need to accept. from with me. And now when you look at acceptance, you'll see that the things you can accept it from within you. At the first, it may be a shock because the truth may shock your system, shock your beliefs, shock your culture, shock your situations from within. But when you keep on going and unravel that thing, guess what? You're finding the center of you, and you develop a new skill in there. You find the reason why you developed that skill. Who took it away from you? Who hurt you in that positions to not develop it from within you? Okay? And the best thing to do is look in yourself within your mirror, within your soul. Are you lying to yourself? Because if you lie to yourself, you're living a false life. But when you look at it within the truth, within the eyes in there, and the things going on in the front of your eyes, and you cover yourself, and you understand that that covering of that truth later on comes in, and you're like, well, I felt things, I felt situations, I felt things, I understand things, and so on and so on. But when the look from within happens, because it can't be anymore. Why? Because there is something in there. There is an energy in there that says, hey, wake up. The world, it's fake. You should be a real person. Hey, wake up. Look it. You should be loving, happy person. Hey, wake up. That's how I become awakened for it. When you become to be awakened from within, then the things are very different levels. Very powerful truth from within you, very powerful situations from within you, and the things are completely different. And now you're like, I got it. Now you do that. That's the way. You look into yourselves. All right, why I'm acting, why I'm reacting, why is it all about this? And when you get into that positions, when you get to these situations for it, that you kind of like self-sabotaging yourself for, you're looking at why you're self-sabotaging, for example, or why you are suppressing yourself. You will find the reasons you might be suppressing, because if you're living at a certain culture, for example, you can reacting different against that culture because everyone's not going to like you. Maybe they're going to even hurt you. Or if it's a different religion situations within twin flames, for example, oh no, these kind of marriages, they're not available. It hasn't been done for the past 10,000 years, and it's not going to happen even now. What is the truth? The two people from two different religions, different cultures, they love each other. Where is the truth on this? Where is it? But we, looking at from within ourselves, we can clear the situations. We can see better. But the worst thing that we can do is not look deeply from within ourselves. The truth that it is. Because the truth, it is what it is. Good, bad, ugly, happy, love, cheating, whatever. It is what it is. This is the one of the greatest power you can get from within yourself. So that's what that is. Morning, Horace. Thank you for the questions. Very powerful. Zen Optics, thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Zana. For so, if you guys want to talk about some any other topic, is there is a time frame to seeing oneself. Uh, there is no time frame actually. If you kind of like putting like a actual presenting time. The only thing it's coming in is when the energy of the truth that has been kind of like holding for so much is bubbling way too much. It's piled so many problems, so many issues, so many situations that now, like it or not, it's staring at your face. The time of you can't be hold on to this anymore. Uh, the time frame. Okay, we're talking about, but usually the it's very good with this question too, Monica. Thank you. Usually the time frame that happens is within the retrograde planets, and what I'm going to explain with this. Okay, this is the remote control, right? So here is I see the truth, but what's going to happen is that truth is moving. You still don't see it. You don't know what's written here on the screen, but you know there is a screen. You want to know the truth. You want to know what happens. So now the planet turns retrograde, and on the planet it's turning. Now you see it, okay? But I see this side, okay? It's the same thing with the time frame. Usually during the retrograde planets and the gravitations is changing, we see the things that we didn't see from before. If you're talking about a time frame, that's what the astrology helps from with everything, with the solutions and the changes and the processes. Okay, but you develop a standard from within you to live by. It is what it is. For the truth, you're seeking the truth from within. If you have issues with something that you can't see the truth, then begins the problem. If you see a deceiving, if you see things that confusions, disillusions, a lot of this Neptunian energy we're talking about, because that's what Neptune is. Neptune is to Neptunize you. He may clean some of the confusions and disillusions and illusions, but he can also give you illusion, disillusions, just so you can find that it is what it is. That is his purpose. That is his part of life. And you can't escape out of this. You have it somewhere in your chart. Okay, it depends of what the situation from within. But the time frame of seeing the things is usually the divine time. And the divine time comes in when something has to happen in the divine time from within you. One of this part of the divine time is when you get pissed off on yourself. Let me talk about this a little bit. There's gonna be a point of time. It's like, how can I be that stupid? How can I have been like this? How did I haven't seen like this? What is that all about? And so on and so on. That is the time. That is the time when it begins the process of change, because you're not happy. You begin to see more clear things. You before you were blindsided or you are blinded from within. But now when you see the things clearly, guess what? You look at it in the cup and you see clear water, but down in the bottom, because the water is clean now, ooh, there is mud in there. And you begin to work on yourself. And that is a beautiful time. But usually the time frame comes in after unhappy life, after not looking at things from within. Usually that happens around between of we are talking about like the 32, 33 year. Usually that's what the midheaven is in your chart, comes in on your third cycle, or after the 36th year, when you begin a new cycle through the ascendant of what you see, what you learn. For it, after you go in your chart through the 12th house, when other things died from within you, and there, whatever your 12th house is, and then you're like, whoops, that's what hits you. Okay, that's what it is. If you look at it as astrologically as a time frame for it, because the first cycle, that is when you learned the first 12 years of your life. The second cycle, it is the second 12 years of your life, which is 24. At the third cycle, you build a family, you build the situations, and you find out that whatever you thought that was a family, that was a true love, that was a true things and situations from within. Oh my God, it has nothing to do with the absolute truth. It was all face mask. Usually that revelation from within you happens within this kind of like a 3-4 years apart in there for it. But the revelations are coming. Now, how long is going to take you within the beginning of the fourth cycle until the age of 48 for it you to overcome, you to get into these situations on it? That could be a lot of inner work in there. After the 48, you are actually crossing a new cycle. In there, you begin to live a more wiser life into. But beginning to look within on oneself, it's very early in age when you develop your first behaviors in you. And that's why the people who hasn't deal with their first behaviors from within them, when they build it, the basis of these behaviors, they have to deal with later on in life as an adult. And when that behavior has a problems and the patterns, they have to go back into the inner child and heal their inner child from within. So that is, you go into the time frames up and out, and but as long as you doing the job, the inner work of healing yourself and healing the things from within you, and when you heal it, when you let it go of the nonsense stuff that you picked up from other people or situations from within, then you free yourself up. And when you free yourself up, then now you can accept the truth more from within. You can even understand when people just tries to deceive you, because now you know the vibrations of the truth. You know how that goes. So, but again, thank you for the great questions. You guys thought about any topic? Monica, thank you for the questions. Very beautiful. Hopefully you're doing fine. Yes. It will suck. I know. It will. But can you imagine that if you were taught right that life suck, and we to learn as in younger generations when we were young to accept the things as the way they are, and teaching us to living in the truth, whether life will be suck? I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's what the twin flames coming in to fix that. That's why the twin flames are fighting. That's what the twin flames are in separations. That's what the one is running, the other is chasing. Simply to learn that the both two individuals, they have to live in the truth and the way the truth it is for it. But yes, because when you build a life with the wrong person or in the wrong idea or deceiving ideas, and when you understand that, yes, it will suck. Okay. But to look at it, the life right now and the standing there, your purpose that you came here for, and from now on, you're going to not wasting your life in the false life or false ideas or false promises. Now, you may have 20, 30, 40 years. You're going to live it in the truth. Now you begin to live a different kind of life. and you might helping the younger generations understand that. And there is nothing more honorable than that, Monica. I know you understand what I'm trying to tell you. To understand, because if we weren't make the mistakes, if we weren't chasing the wrong people, if we didn't fall in love and made the mistakes, if we didn't find out that the people that live with us or work with us or so on, they had a false mask, and we didn't make all that, we hadn't learned the truth. But now, when the twin flames are coming, they're uncovering these truths. Guess what happens? You're beginning to be more happy. Yeah, you will hurt because of all the waste time here on Earth. But that's what we twin flames who trying to preventing. Now the people starting wasting their time here on Earth. Time here it's precious. You give your time, you give your energy, you give the attention, but you can't get it back. Times pass by. You can't get it back. And here is what the twin flames are coming here more and more to coming into this part of teaching the young generations is like, don't waste time. And we are time wasting a lot. What happens is shit hit the fan. Shit will hit the fan. You need to understand that shit will hit the fan sooner or later. I mean, Kaipacha Lesher, he's the astrologer that creates the astrology for the soul. He's a very good, cool guy. I just work a little bit different than the way he does. And he says one thing about this. Okay? When the shit hits the fan, you better be outside, not smelling the shit. So, I mean, if you get off, if you know that the shit's gonna hit the fan into the matrix, into the false life, in the false situations, but you're living in the truth, you're not engaged with that energy. It's not gonna be worried about you at all. It's not even gonna bother you. But you told them, you give them a chance to walk from within. You give them a chance to awaken. You give them a chance to be. But now, when you are awakened from within you, divine is going to work within these energies. That's the blind faith from within you. When that kicks in and you engage with the divine energies, you need to understand divine energies make some miracles, make things that are impossible possible. And I've seen it. I've seen some of the people, they're healing. Some of the people going in there and they're like, what the hell? I never had this. My doctor, they'll look at it and it's like, right? What did you heal? You heal your energy. Your energy heals your sicknesses from within you. So, yeah. Now I'm a runner, but he's a chaser. I'm happy, ego, but hard because I love happy and have an ego. Yeah, that running chaser things now is going to shift maybe for a lot of us. Okay, for a lot of us, for it. But there's going to be a moment of revelation when the truth is going to be spoken out loud. The truth is going to be understood. The truth is going to be felt. You know, some of the dogs, they have this ability of sniffing people with bad energy, very bad energy. They might go to other people, we happy with tails and so on. But when some other person comes in, they're like, oh, you know it. And that's how it's going to be with people. Okay? That's how the shit's going to hit the fan. There is no more hidden parts from within. because the universe is fed up with us, fed up that we are pretending that we are living a life, pretending that we are doing the right things, pretending that we are who we are, and at the same time we are not evolving. To understanding that the worst sin that we do here on earth is that we are not evolving. We only understand probably maybe 2% of what we can do. For it. Lying, cheating, and so on. We're talking about not evolving, not living in the truth. That's for. I'm on the divine hands. Okay. Josh, literally enjoying life during a shift storm. That's a powerful illumination. Exactly, Josh. And yeah, some of the people right now, they are staying away. They hiding. They are from within. They're working on from within because they doing their inner work right now. You'll see when this Mercury retrogrades ends and so on, we are going to have a lot of people coming out. They're coming out of that hibernations, that hermit mode of self-learning, and they're going to come out to it. Gio, do you know anything about light language? Light languages, those are the languages, they have a specific vibrations. They can be a code from within. They could be a energy that it's has to have a specific pronunciations and codes and so on. For and the light language is very powerful. For the light languages, they're morely tied up to the divine. They have specific vibrations from within. You can use it if you have the ability to use it, the light language. But that is a for energy that it is about primarily, that is for healing. Okay, don't try to use the light language for self mm, kind of like a punching out your own things from within you. You need to understand when you use a light language, they're not going through you. Okay, the light language, the energy should comes in into your hand and come out of your hand. Doesn't even go in you. All right. If you transfer some energy, if you do energy, if you do a words, or if you do a prayers for it, that is the energy that from the universe go to the person that you are pray for. There is a quite a few rules in there for light language situations. You need to understand in order you to have this light language and angelic energies from within you, there is some uh, things that you have to change, more divine behavior you have to have from within you. You have to learn your divine abilities, your divine psych abilities from within you. You have to change your divine psyche from within you because you're not a human anymore. But some other people, they inherit in this, and guess what? They're still using it, their human ability mixed up with the divine abilities. And here we go, going up the up and down situations, or um, you know, all of a sudden they lose their ability and they're wondering why. You're not using it for what your purpose was. It was divine purpose. They give you the gift for divine purpose, not for you to go out there and just give me some here $1,000 and I'll heal you. You're not helping a lot of people in that way. And we still need pain to evolve. It is the pain of change. A lot of the people misunderstanding the pain. We're thinking about the pain of the suffering and the hurt and so on. It is the pain of change, how we see the things. If you evolve, and you understand that the person wants to hurt you because they are weak from within them. They don't know how to love themselves. They never develop emotions from within. And they hurt you because they are jealous because they want to be you, for example. Okay. Now this person, all he does, he becomes a attention seeking. He's become the attention seeker. Why? Because it's more easier to get the attentions from others and get the energy that he needs. But it's more harder to go ahead and develop that energy from within. And it's even harder to accept it. It's the situation from within the person that he's stuck in some kind of pain, that he closed himself out to growth. Emotionally, some of the people there emotionally close themselves out to growth because they were hurt emotionally. We need to stop passing this hurt from one to another. We have to start healing this. If you're passing the pain from one to another person, you can passing the healing as well from one to another person. And that is a things that we need to evolve on our way of thinking. That's how you clean, first of all, yourself. Second of all, your people that you are surrounded with. I'm talking about people you're surrounded with. The first thing that comes in, it's your family, your primary family around you. That could be kids, parents, grandparents, and so on, spouses, and so on. Okay, 10, you begin with friends, acquaintances, and so on and so on. But who is the person that has to heal first? Who has to go through the pain of change? It's you. So, yes, for it. A lot of the people, they have a fear of pain. They don't understand that the fear of pain prevent them to evolve, to be who they are. That is a part when you awaken from within, you look in your conscious, in your subconscious. But when you unite the subconscious with the conscious, you're expanding. You increase your capacity. You become a bigger battery. You can hold in more knowledge. You can hold in more energy. You can have more gravitations. But you have to do that part of uniting your unconscious and the subconscious from within. And people are afraid of the unknown. What could happen if I unite this from with me? Well, you unite within yourself. You develop new abilities, new capabilities from within. That's what the emotional, unavailable people, okay, they have the biggest fear is that. But that's going to bring them to a happy life. Everything they want so much from others, they can have it from within. Everything that want to have in life, and experience in life, and be in life, now it's within them. But he has to unite these parts and remove this blockages, these walls from within. Thank you for your info. Oh, you're welcome, BA. Thank you. Thank you for that. For we are gonna grow. There's gonna be a lot of. I'm so happy with the energies today, especially the last night. Even that I didn't sleep. Okay, even there was a so big nightmare. I mean, I woke up around 9:30 and I went to sleep later on. I woke up like 9:30 in the morning, like 10 o'clock. We went out for a coffee at 10. I'm like, no, just I'm going to bolt down to the beach. But I was happy about the energies. I was happy with it because I knew what it was. This is not coming for the first time. It's not coming for the last time. But it was beautiful of this knowledge that comes in because you put the dots together from it. It didn't feel good. I never liked it. Okay. I never liked it when I want to sleep after I've done the astrology gravitational report for it. And I want to sleep. And guess what? I can't sleep. I mean, it's been like 4 or 5 hours, toss and turn in the bed. You don't like it, right? I mean, the shit hits the fan, you get up out of the bed and you do the work that you need to do. And now you put everything together. I was at peace around, I think, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I went to sleep. I slept like 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, 2.5, something like that. But I was good. I went to the beach, come back, all full of energy, all cleaned up. There was something inside of me that I felt it's cleaned up. Something from you left me. Some kind of like intense, heavy energy. That is the good part. I mean, the moon is going to go into a Sag now, and we are going to be reborn. I was talking about this into the astrology. Relationships, you look at it, the underworld, and then the underworld brings the truth in the light, and then Sag is here. He is reborn. You're the phoenix, right? And the phoenix wants to fly and flux around and so on and so on. But guess what? The phoenix has to go to Capricorn, has to go do a work. And that is the problem with the people who understand the situations, they understand the evolutions, they do other things. But at some point, the people are failing to work. And after the work is done, they evolve from within. They understand the power of Aquarius. They do something new. They're thirsty for something new. They're looking at it. They're creating us something new. And guess what? When something new is born, something old has to be replaced. When was the last time you used an audio tape? Right? When was the last time you used a CD for it? You probably use your phone through the Bluetooth to play in the car. You don't have CDs anymore at certain times. You see what I'm saying? But that's what this is. That's what all that is. Evolution. All right, guys. So topic idea, guys. Give me a topic for tomorrow. You guys are in charge. When you do like this with your hands, is different sounds are coming, but you also energize your hands. That is it with the communications, because when you communicate, you also move your hands from within. That is also an energy that you can pull out and heal from within you. It's going to help you within yourself for it. So if you guys see me doing this, that's what this is about. All right, let me look what the astrology things are, and maybe I'll give you some clues about what are we going to talk about. All right, within 24 hours from now, the moon is going to be at Sagittarius. Venus is in Libra. A lot of things about love. With Pluto, it's a beautiful energy with Pluto. Transformations within love. That could be something related with the moon is in Sag. It is trining Jupiter, which is Jupiter is retrograde. Demolish the old self, or demolish old values from within. Mercury is retrograde in Virgo. Very powerful in there as well. That could be a pretty much like ideas for it. Maybe communications we're talking about, of proper communications or energies, whatever you guys have in your mind. So giving you idea for it. If not, somebody wanted to talk about the history of Heroes Gamos, which is the Twin Flames journey. We can do that as well. So, but if anyone has anything in particular that can impact us or any personal situations, go guys, write it down in the chat for it. And so on. Okay. What is my thoughts at twin flame and soulmates? Mm, with the soulmate, things are a little bit. Is that is a topic suggestion, Monica, or that is just a question? If it's a topic, just write it down that it's topic, and I can give you my opinions for my thoughts. Okay, I'll give you my thoughts. But I like that. Personally, I like that. If the room likes that, for I can go for it for as a topic. How big is the topic? If it's a short answer, you can tell me now. uh, there is a lot has been talking about. I can give you the answer right now. So seems like tomorrow I'm going to talk about the heroes gamos, and I think that's what's coming up. There is a difference. The soulmate, you might feel a lot of things, a lot of situations, and the soulmate, it's covering things from within. The soulmate is a little different. They know you from before. They can be your best friend, but they can be your. Sometimes they can be a worst enemy if it comes into that, because they can manipulate you just to be a friend in there. You gotta be very careful with these positions, because I've seen it from before. Talking about advices to it. But the soulmate, it is a person who comes in and he knows how to be within you and soul, but not like the twin flame. The twin flame is going deep. The twin flames dig deep and makes you better. See, the soulmate is helping you to be happy for some reason. Okay. For example, you need some situation or something goes on. Yeah, the soulmate comes in and help out. Twin flame actually is like, no, 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 no. You don't need things. You're gonna go make it yourself. No, 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 no. You're not covering the truth. You have to work here. The twin flame, it's here for kind of like a pushing you towards evolution. Okay. The soulmate just agree with you and so on. Twin flame is your nightmare because they can see the things that you are capable of doing. The twin flames knows what you want, and the twin flames can put you to work. Okay. Most of you don't understand that the twin flame comes in to kick your butt. Really. Soulmate is not going to kick your butt. We can have a good life with a soulmate and they can agree with you and they can be all happy and tinglers on it. Twin flame is here. It says like, let's get to work and fix this world. And twin flames, it's kicking your butt to be your truth in there, to reach your highest potential, to go out there and be who you are. They are not playing games. And when you play games with the twin flame, oh, that's not good enough. That's what a lot of the twin flames, they're not together. Because most of the people, they don't want to do the work. They think that the other person has to do the work. Big mistake. I mean, I throughout the years, a lot of the people is like, my twin flame has to do this, my twin flame has to do that. And I'm like, time out. What do you have to do? Are you perfect for this? Are you good for this journey? Are you strong enough? Are you truth? Are you ready to stepping up on the journey and changing the world? Or you are living in the hiding on the spot and you're just like, yeah, I'm a twin flame just because the title looks good on you. Most of the people think that twin flame is joke, but it is not joke. And yeah, all right. So that's kind of going to answer it for it quickly with him. And the twin flames can drive you nuts. I mean, nuts. They reach deep from within because they know your true potential. They know what you are capable of. That's what they're coming. Because the twin flames are coming right now because they know what the true potential of the humanity is. They're not just because of it. They know the true potential. But most of the people have issues of opening up their true potentials. They fear their true potential. They fear what they might come up, what they can be. That is a fear of success because they have to stand against everything. Family, profession, society, culture, religion. What do you think is all that? Because they know the humanity, what it's capable of. So it's a lot of power. I know you have that power, Monica, from within. Did you ask that questions? You want to understand the situations from within? But the twin flames can trigger us a lot. And twin flames are healers. Okay. They can heal the good way or the bad way, as long as the truth is there. Do you understand? There is no good and bad. Come back into the topic for it. As long as it leads to evolution. You're not leading to the evolution, then you preventing success. You're preventing something to grow. You can work something in the shadow. I mean, what I'm talking about in the shadow is like you have something that it's not out there in the public for it. Twin flames, they don't like too much things that are done halfway. They want all the way. And that's what union is hard. The soulmate will agree with you. The soulmate's like, okay, hey, can you go do this? Can you go do that? And yeah, right. Okay. Maybe your twin flame will act like a soulmate at some point, but they're coming with different purpose. Look deep from within. They came in to shake your belief system. They came in to shake your family system. They came in to shake your culture system, your belief, and everything. They break your patterns like no tomorrow. And that's what some of the twin flames, they cannot sleep because it's a work. That's what the connection is so intense. That's what the vibrations are so intense. When a data alignment, oh, always beautiful. Let me tell you, it's all beautiful. But when the real things comes out of the shadow, then that is what the problems begin from the twin flames. So, well, I think I answer this question, Monica. Thank you. Very, very good questions. I give you 2 thumbs up. I like them. Yeah, energetically is different. Okay, the one it's more weaker, the one it's more like that. Twin flame, it's more okay. Let me learn the issues, and I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You don't like it, okay? You have problems, oh, okay. But they have these connections within love that it's so deep, so powerful, and the divine is there. They kick their butt. And that love, when it comes in, like a love bombing or a love intense energies that comes in, there is no place you can hide. And the pain of it's there to change you. And I see a lot of the people who are changed, who evolved, their partner they didn't evolve, and that's what the problem is. It has to be a collective work, not just individual work. But it all depend of the journey, depend of the divine. So that's what is a very small amount of unions for it. But I believe in the next 2 3 years things will change drastically for it. Right now, even the psychologists are like they have to go and work with all the terms and the situations, and there is some new variations and new this and new that. No, actually, the evolving of the psychology right now for it. Let me talk to you about a little bit about this for it. Actually, the psychology that has been growing up so much in the past 20, 30 years actually uncovers the truth how we are not involved from within, how much problems we have from within of our way of thinking and creating actions of the wrong thinking from within us, and how much this curve, instead of going right within the evolutions, we are going to curves and creating little different things. Twin flames, it's coming just like, yeah, that's has to be that way for it. All the psychologists, they come to a one thing: work with the truth. If you're not truthful to your psychologist, guess what? They're going to give you the wrong tools, and guess what? You're doing the wrong thing. It's not going to work. They came to these points for it. So yeah, there is a lot of archetype of personality has been developed in the past, maybe talking about 30 years. There is a lot of covered up from within. There's a lot of issues that has been standardized now for it, and now they're coming out on the surface every single day, more and more and more and more. It's like even hard to keep up with this stuff. Now I understand that maybe I should have studied psychology way back in the days, but could have used it right now for it. Or I don't know, maybe I can go to college and get a degree. Who knows? I want all the answers when Scorpio season is ending a little bit before Christmas, New Year. What the heck? So, all right, guys. So we are gonna be talking about Hieros Gamos for and which is mean holy or sacred for tomorrow, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of heads up on this Hieros Gamos. I talked about this before. Um, give you a little bit of heads up on this. And talking about hierogamy, the holy marriage. That's what we are going to be talking about tomorrow. If you guys are okay, let me know. Unless you guys have something else. I'm just going to close with this. Do accepting yourself. Do accepting the things in the real world. Do you just awaken and now you see the truth? You see the false reality. You see false people. You see false promises, false situations. Yeah, there's going to be a shock in your system. But once you know the truth, it's going to bring you a relief, because you're not living, you're not anymore part of this false world. You're not anymore have desire to be with this false world. That's why some of the people who are waking, if you ask them if the aliens will come and take him in the ship, they say yes. The real reason is they don't want to live in this false relationships up here, this false way of life that we are having here. And the more you accept, the more you're going to evolve from within. Yes, you might be lonely. Yes, when you awaken, there's going to be a lot of people stay away from you. Maybe there is going to be a lot of people not going to be talking to you, not going to realizing with you and this and that. But you know what? Gandhi says like this: first, they're not going to like you. The second thing, they're just going to look at you. And the third thing, they're going to join you. That's what I love so much, Mahatma Gandhi. For me, he is an example of wisdom. Wisdom. And but he was accepting the things the way they are. And I want to go to India someday. I want to go ahead and visit that place just because of Mahatma Gandhi. And want to pay my contribute to India as well. So thank you guys for coming in here, and hopefully we all learned. Hopefully we all got the wisdom. Hopefully you guys got something from within you for it, and hopefully the people who are requesting the situations, they're going to be here. Since I am going to be talking about Heroes Gamma, somebody tell it to me, but I forgot who was on YouTube for it. I'll dig it in. I'll find out who it was so I can give it a credit. But the credit now it goes towards CC for it. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the Heroes Gamos, something very, very powerful, but hard to achieve from within. Something very deep. And I promise you, there's going to be a lot of the things you probably wish to know 40 years ago. All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming in, and you guys be loved. And later on, I'm going to do the Astro Gravitational Report at the Astro Viber 1111 channel. All right, guys. Thank you for coming, and let's share the love here. Give you the gift.